Hello and welcome to another daily dose of Table Talk. We talk about your questions, topics, things, and stuff that you recommend on Twitter and Facebook using the hashtag Table Talk or on reddit.com/r/SourceFed. My name's Philip DeFranco.
I'm Steve Zaragoza.
Hello, they were. I'm gonna jump here.
Cool shirt, bro.
Thanks, man.
Oh, nice.
Get it? It's a roll of toilet paper. I believe defecating on a.
No, he's using a bear to
Charmin
wipe.
bear.
He's using a bear to wipe his ass.
Oh, because of the commercial.
I get it. Yeah, it's really good.
I didn't get it at first. I was like,
And then it says define irony.
I was like, real irony or like the song about irony.
Is there a define irony with an iron? That's
Yeah,
like,
I think that's how it started, and then
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
random.
now you can just make a series of them. I'll take a crack at one.
Do it.
Take a crack.
Would it be a beard shaving a shaver? It's ironic because it's the opposite.
What? So it's like a
you
beard,
have to
like an
read it like this
anthropomorphic
now.
beard shaving like just a.
It can be anything. Cartoons are limitless.
I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work on a couple.
If you could choose one game console or system for the rest of your life, what would you choose? PC, brah.
Yeah, because the PC has the best of everything, pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't get back into PC gaming until recently, and I'm like, oh, so I could have just like held on to all my games with every upgrade.
Yeah.
Thanks, stupid Phil.
I'd go with Nintendo 64 for its nostalgic purposes.
Man, when we were playing that, I hate that controller.
I know, especially
it
going
was-
backwards to one.
But I love
stick.
that, like, they were like, when it first came out, they're like, it's got 3 different, like, prongs on it, you can hold it, but, like, everybody, like, you never use the analog.
No one. Well, I mean, you would
Maybe
for
for,
certain
like-
games, but like you're right.
Like, choosing stuff or whatever, but you never, it was all the joysticks.
I just
Yeah.
remember first seeing that controller and holding it in my hand and going like, "What is this?"
It's a space,
Like-
it was a
It's a
space
spaceship.
toy.
Yeah, and I was like, "I'm never gonna use this. I'm sticking to my D-pad." And then
slowly
little
move
did we
over.
know, yeah, we were being trained.
Wait, so even back then you were like, no way, I'm not going to use this new technology?
Well,
Like,
because
I'm
it was
stupid.
like, because we had only known about like joystick and like D-pad technology.
Yeah.
We hadn't
Yeah.
really gone to the
the thumb.
thumbstick
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, for me, I think the 360 and the the Xbox One controller is my favorite. When I'm playing on like the PS3 was really weird. The PS4 controller is actually pretty solid.
PS4 is great, yeah.
But I still like ergonomically the other one.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to pick a system for the rest of your life, Elliot, not to like poop all over your idea.
But I'm not a gamer, so for like, if
That's
I were to
true.
choose-
That's true.
If I were to choose one, I at least want the one that I know I can get into.
How about this though? You like Batman games, right?
Oh, you're right.
There's
son of
never
a bee.
really a good
That
Batman
trailer,
game on Xbox
sweet
64.
Lord.
Yeah,
whatever
I know,
that is.
right? Arkham Origins was the last one.
And this one is-
Arkham Knight, Dark Knight, Arkham Knight,
Knight.
Arkham Knight.
I think Origins was getting pooped on.
Dude, I didn't even play it.
I
Did
didn't
you
play
play
it,
it?
no.
I played it at E3, and
Yeah,
I know
a
you
little
played
bit.
I
it at
heard
E3.
it was fine, but
And then we got kicked out because we had to do interviews. So we got
We
like
were
15
having
minutes.
fun in
yeah,
there,
we were
too.
like, oh, cool. It was also weird because like they're trying to like shuffle people in and out, and so like you have some guy that like he has like some weird accent, and he's kind of like yelling instructions on how to properly play the game. And I'm like, let me find out organically.
But also, there's like 3 other foreign guys yelling at 3 other people playing in the same area
Yeah.
you're in. So you're like hearing these conflicting like foreign voices. Like,
He's like,
no, you hit X. But what was that for him or me? I hit X and now I'm dead. Like, no, I never said hit
And
X. He said hit X.
And they're like getting angry at you because there's not like indicators on where exactly
Yeah.
you should go because it's like an early version of
Yeah.
the game, and I'm like, come on.
sounds like an SNL sketch.
You know, that's
that
a
you guys
good
are
point,
describing right
though,
now.
too. Like, as a gamer, like, why are they treating us like we've never played games before?
I
Is
think-
it because most people don't go in, like, the people who go in there maybe aren't gamers?
I don't know.
Be
I
like
don't
if I
know.
went in there.
Yeah, because
Like,
if you
thank
went
you
in
for
there,
the feed. Thank you.
It's the
This
weirdest.
helps.
It's the weirdest thing though when you're playing the game and you completely get it and you're just like, and I'm not impressed.
I know,
Like-
and the developer's sitting right there.
next to you.
And you're like, oh, cool.
Like there was a what was it? It was like a shining light, or it was that game that looks like Mirror's Edge, but it also has zombies.
oh, the zombie, yeah.
And I was like,
but you know, it had a cool concept.
it's a cool concept, but like it was really
Yeah.
really janky. Like it was,
Well,
but it was
yeah.
it was probably an early build. Hopefully that's why. But I was just like, this is terrible.
And the guy's like, isn't it great?
I'm like, oh, thank you so much for letting me play. And like,
Did you lie or did you just?
you kind of, I mean,
I was pointing out the
have to.
positives. I was like, I like that I jumped so far. Like,
But the way they described it was like they had their pitch down, man. Like they knew what to say. They knew their buzzwords. But the second you got your hands on it, you were like,
wasn't-
uh-oh.
Weird.
Because, yeah, it's like a zombie. Because, first of all, at E3, there were like 100 zombie games. Like, it's just everybody's making fucking zombie games. There's so many zombie games at E3, and like this one, like it's funny because at E3 they describe it to you before they bring you in.
Right.
And so this guy was like, it's a zombie game where there's night and day.
What?
And you're like, what? And you're like, at night the zombies are more aggressive, and in the daytime there's like less zombies, so you have to like choose when you do your things and hunt and stuff. I'm like, this is amazing.
That sounds cool.
Right? Doesn't that sound great?
At first I was being sarcastic. That sounds like a fun game.
No, exactly. And it's like, I've never played a zombie game like that before, and then you get your hands on it and you're like, oh, you guys gotta work on this.
Yeah. It's like, it might have been a bit too soon.
Yeah,
like, maybe you should have waited to the next thing.
What would be your console, Steve?
I said it at PC, I agree with Phil, because because not only is it, I mean, I don't know, can you consider PC a console though? That's kind of like that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not like one of those kids who's like hashtag master race or PC master race. But there are annoying things like you can't, like right now you can't get a version of a game that's currently on console. It won't be out on PC for like a month and a half.
Ooh.
So there is that, which is annoying. But overall, if it's the only thing I could have, yeah.
But you know, when it comes out on PC, it's gonna be superior, at least graphically.
I don't know why you talking about.
Super Hole Lock Fanatic over on Reddit says, "What's the most ridiculous movie that you can't help but love? Sharknado, Snakes on a Play, etc."
Ridiculous movie.
Grindhouse.
I think the new Judge Dredd is on my list.
Yeah, you really
the new
like it?
Dredd. Yeah.
What's that horror movie that's like it's in the bayou and there's like
Lake
this,
Placid?
No.
All I can think right now is True Detective because I just
Hatchet. The Hatchet series. It's so bad but awesome. It's so ridiculous.
I never saw them, but I heard that they were like worth watching at least.
It's worth watching. It was super like overhyped for me, and I was like, all right, that was a thing that happened. But like it's really fun to like be with a bunch of friends and like laugh.
Just know that it's the worst thing ever. Yeah, I have a friend who's like just now learning to edit, and she's like having to cut down all these really terrible movies.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, do some interior design. But she's like telling us about these movies that she's watching. One of them is called like Succubus, and so it's, she like describes like it's all about having demons who have sex with men and just like the worst thing ever. And I was like, "Are you enjoying it like from the perspective of it being a terrible movie?" And she's like, "No, not at all. They're absolutely the worst thing ever."
Yeah.
If I could recommend a movie club, I don't know if it's still available for you guys on Netflix, but I want you to watch the movie Teeth.
Oh man,
God, that sounds
Teeth.
horrible.
And I want a reaction cam on Steve and Trish's face.
That's a great idea. Yeah. We gotta get like a webcam, because I mean a webcam. What is
Wait, let's get one.
Let's get a webcam. We can talk to our daughter that lives in Cincinnati. No, we need
little volume.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not working.
How do you do it? Turn it on, Mom. Turn it on. No, but you're right. Like Trisha, first of all, is not a big horror movie fan. And also, like, she finds even the slightest, like, kind of, like, sexual thing in a movie kind of like, ew! So, like, it's perfect. Yeah. Just perfect. Yeah, if Teeth is on there.
Do you know the movie? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, okay. You have seen it.
I have seen it, yeah.
I'll go check
it's one of those, what is it, Vagina Dentata or something like that?
It's some messed up. I watched it with Matt, and we had a reaction cam, and it was terrifying. It was a terrifying movie. It's all
I don't know
my
why they didn't make more. Like, that's the kind of series you can make more of them. And it would be okay, like kind of like those what's the movie?
Centipede?
Yeah, like that. They could keep making them, even though please don't. All right, guy in a hammock, or guy in the hammook.
Sometimes when the names are descriptive like that, I just like to imagine them saying what you're about to say in their position.
Drinking out of a coconut.
Where we? Remember when we were in Vancouver? There was like this shop selling indoor hammocks.
Yes.
It was like kind of a cool concept.
That sounds great.
Scott Pellegrino is the most excited person about it.
So excited, and he jumped right in. Or did James jump into one?
They
James
probably both did.
Yeah, and I was like, this is not a good idea. I don't think, because like an indoor hammock kind of defeats the purpose of being in nature and smelling the fresh air.
I think it's more like I don't know, back thing. I don't know.
Maybe, or it's like a baby.
It looked really uncomfortable.
It really did, and plus, like getting out of a hammock is like the most terrifying thing to me. Like just thinking about trying to get out of a hammock makes me not want to
turned around in my head. Thinking, how do we even begin?
The one scary thing about the house that we had the hammock in the back was when we had people over. No one like thinks that a hammock has a weight limit, and so people just like several people, and you're like, you're almost touching the ground, dude.
Let's all get in a hammock.
Yeah, and then like people destroyed it. Richard Ryan destroyed it.
That's why you can't have nice things.
Shot it.
Yes, he shot it
He
with
blew it up.
with his butt.
He put C4 on it. Okay, so Guy in Hammock says, do you think LEDs on drones will ever replace fireworks?
What?
Wait, what? So they're going to send up 100 drones to make up
It'd be cool to watch, but no.
I just like that he thought that and was like, I gotta take this to Table Talk. The guys
question
at
is-
Table Talk will know what to do.
He had to have been thinking about that while high in a hammock.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, look at the sky,
Hey,
like,
you gotta think that
I'd like to be...
ever gonna replace fireworks? Because the market share of fireworks right now, they got a full market on that.
Well,
4th of July, New Year's, we're getting some drones.
could you...
Set up a little shop.
I mean, now it has me thinking slightly, though, because it's like, I don't want them on drones. I want, like, LEDs that are, like, tiny little flying bugs that you can, like, program to do, like, cool things. Can you imagine that? Like,
That'd
that's
be
the
great.
future of fireworks. Because, you know, some prissy pants hippie out there is going to be like, fireworks are destroying our crops. it's like ozone
The
layer.
hippie.
Yeah,
The hippie
right?
farmer.
It's like an old man hippie.
the best. I would say the fireworks. Like, there's something like in America, we're so far away from the fireworks that it's a different experience. But when I was visiting my buddy Charles Trippy, we were in Spain, and they had this huge fireworks show, and they don't have the regulations that we have here, and they have these. Essentially, they take like someone from their country and someone from another country, and they literally have like 60 minutes each to have an amazing fireworks show.
Wow.
The entire time, ash is just falling on you.
Yeah.
But the ground's like shaking. It's like a fully immersive experience. And with drones, I don't know. It feels too much like the plastic, I don't know, softification of like everything we would do.
It's
Yeah.
like those fake fireplaces you have that are like LED or like they're like a little projection of a fire and it shoots like artificial heat at you.
Yeah.
It's like, give me my fireplace.
We
man.
have cool lights. Like if we had, I think like, but we like fireworks because they're explosions.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
cool.
yeah, and it's
There's an element of danger, even though they're highly controlled, but it's still it's way cooler than like.
Yeah, there's something I feel like
design.
very American.
There
about
is something
fireworks.
very American
It's
about
dangerous.
fireworks.
The best-
it's beautiful.
the
It's
best New Year's.
unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary.
You're right.
Let's shoot some fire in the sky, watch it explode.
I think you just came up with a
Okay.
new phrase for the back of the $1 bill, by the way. Unnecessary. Extravagant.
Unnecessary, yeah.
Unnecessary, extravagant.
In
Yeah.
America.
unnecessary.
Dude, we're laughing. There's so many people like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, but I never thought of the idea of like, because we probably have the worst firework regulations here.
You think so?
Probably, because I know even at Disneyland they won't do a fireworks show if there's like a tiny bit of wind. Because it's like, it could go into a girl's hair and light
I
it
think
on
they're
fire.
worried about being sued.
That's
like,
true.
When you're a big company like that, everyone's like, I slipped on this thing that
Yeah.
I put on the ground. Give me money.
That's
I mean,
true.
and did you know that the fireworks show at Disney has cost $40,000 a night?
Really
Really?
worth it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, magical feeling.
Yeah. Especially when they do like Jack Skellington. It's like, oh man, that was Jack Skellington in the sky.
And then
made out of
Tinkerbell
fire.
flies
yeah.
across.
Yeah, it's magical.
Wonderful.
Do a super quick one? Go ahead. Pick.
No,
Or did Elliot?
you do it, Al. Come on, bro.
Here it comes.
Come on, bro.
I hope it's a good one, Elliot.
I hope it's something on par with
philosophical
Define
delving
Irony.
Controversial. An innocent bunny said, in light of St. Patty's Day, what is the luckiest thing ever to happen to you?
See, this is still so much better if I just imagine an innocent bunny asking me that question.
I heard that.
Like I said,
I heard
I
that-
forgot already.
I heard that St. Patty is like saying Patty. They don't like that. The Irishmans.
Oh, they don't like when you say St. Patty?
Yeah, they'd prefer Patrick.
Also,
Never.
I saw a lot of people tweeting, Happy St. Patrick's Day, gonna have some Irish car bombs. That's actually not cool to say. Don't ever do that
Yeah.
around a bunch of Irish people unless you want to get beat the hell up.
Well, it's kind of racist, right?
It's yes,
Is it a reference
yeah,
to
and
the,
it's like a very painful memory
Yeah.
of ugh.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff I think in our language that we do. But anyway, what's the luckiest thing to ever happen to you? Ooh.
Man, that's a tough one.
I mean, a lot of good stuff has happened in my life, but I feel like the one moment that stood out to me, I was in 5th grade. I had just finished reading the book Total Recall. That's an unnecessary bit of information.
the book?
Yeah.
Like based on the movie, or the book that was written and then they wrote a movie about
No
it?
idea. I just read it. I know that I was also a big Schwarzenegger and Stallone fan, so I might have seen that, and this
Okay.
was my version of reading. But I won a Tonka truck in a random raffle we had at school. Also, then 3 weeks later, I would go to the gymnasium for like some weird rednecky party, and I did the cakewalk, and I won a cake, and I was pretty pumped about
Well,
that.
look at you winning shit.
I know. So that's really those are the best things in my life. Also, probably my fiance and stuff, but probably the cake if I think about it hard enough.
Okay, I was gonna say that too. Like, I kind of like. There's a lot of things I'm lucky about, and a lot of people say like, "Man, you're the luckiest because you do all this stuff." And I won a contest and got a job at Sony. Like, that was probably pretty
Yeah.
lucky.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
you know
pretty
what's
crazy.
even luckier? That I actually found a woman that wants to live with me. Like, that's what I'm luckiest about.
And you had to order her on the internet.
I did, and she
Russia.
at first she had no choice. But like, you think about Stockholm syndrome.
It's so much better once you just commit and just
Yeah.
let the bond.
She just had to kind of like
Build.
let go.
Yeah.
And she had to like, I mean, but she couldn't let go when she was like restrained. But when she was out of the restraints, she could let go, and she did. And she loves me
Good job
now.
taking the very sweet answer of meeting your wife.
Turning it into
So dark.
Kidnap.
So dark.
No, there's a woman that loves me for who I am, and that's the luckiest damn thing in the world.
I went to Vegas a week and a half ago, and I won money.
That's cool,
I
man.
feel like anytime you walk away from Vegas, that's the luckiest thing that could possibly
You
happen.
want to
to you.
throw like a numeric amount on that?
Let's just say at one point I put $35 on black for roulette, and guess what it landed on? Black.
How much money did you get?
Well, $35. I got $35.
So you
It's
just
1-to-1 on
you
black.
doubled your money.
Well, then I went to play blackjack, got up like another 100.
Dude, that's pretty sweet. And then you give up, right?
Then I took the $100 bill, did a little electronic blackjack machine. There's like 19 mistakes in that statement, and I lost it.
Yeah, I was like, no one's like positive story has ever started. And then I did something electronic and gambled.
You know what though? There was this one machine. It was a dog racing machine, like the electronic dog racing machine,
Yeah.
where you sit there and you're like, I'm gonna bet on Sparkles, Billy Jean or whatever. And I had 9 cents left, and I bet the long shot, and it won, and I got $20 off
wow,
of 9 cents.
that's
awesome.
great.
Could you imagine if it had been like $20 that I'd have played?
Would have been like $25.
I feel like that's the thing though. So with it being electronic, I feel like it's not predetermined. I feel like it's like 9 cents. How much have we given out
Totally,
before? We
yeah.
can totally.
Okay, I think about that too, but like, and it's probably true, but I would much rather sit at a machine and embarrass myself with a machine than with someone who's like
judging you.
Yeah, and think about the people that are dealing. They're like, man, look at this chump over here. First of all, he doesn't know what he's doing. Second of all, he could have won a lot of money just now if he had done this instead. Like, I want to stay away from
They
that
help you, though.
anxiety.
They'll
Yeah,
help you.
well,
All I gotta do is
because
ask.
they make money off of tips.
Oh, that's
They
true.
want you to
yeah,
do
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, except the only way that I tip is I play with the dealer. So I'll put like a little money aside that they only get if I win.
That's cool.
fine.
So you kind of like dangle it like
Well,
a
because
carrot?
otherwise I'm like, that was really good. Here's some money, and then I just lost all my money again. But you actually ended up up.
Yeah.
And now
You're the only one winning here.
And now I feel negative towards you.
You know what I don't hear people talk about? Like, especially people that like to drink? My brother taught me a secret, which is useless on me, but I'm going to share it with all of you guys and you guys if you don't know about it. But I know you guys don't like the electronic machines in Vegas.
I don't.
But apparently there's like these machines, you could just drop a penny in, and it's like near a bar or whatever, and they'll just bring you drinks all night. Just free drinks
Yeah,
all
I mean, you can
night.
do that. Yeah, you can do that with
Right? But I mean, but that's...
penny slots.
Right? And why is that not a bad idea? Because then you could get like a little bit, get a little fun.
Yeah, I mean,
a
if
little buzzing.
you want to do that, like we stayed at this kind of cheapo motel or hotel or casino. I don't know where we stayed actually.
I heard what... Yeah. A hobo hotel.
Hey, they were very accommodating and nice.
And affordable.
No, it was.
And there's nothing wrong with the hotel.
I don't know, but it was someplace next to Circus, and they had dollar tables, and I was like, "This is the most
Riviera.
amazing thing." Yes.
Yeah, Darren told us about it. We went there. It's not good.
No, it's
That's
like,
where you found the electronic machine, though.
oh, it's a super sketchy place, but if you can just do $1, right? And as long as like the table's not the worst thing in the world, you could essentially just drink for free if you wanted to, because it's the only place in Vegas you can get a $2 shot, which is like it's like amazing.
Did that.
Yeah, because otherwise you go to a club and it's like, oh, I'd like a Long Island iced tea, and they're like, that'll be $55, and that's the worst thing.
And
in
you'll
the world.
gladly pay it because you're in Vegas. And you're like, whatever, man. Viva Las Vegas.
We went to one club where it was us and another couple, and the girls, it was like an open bar, but only for the girls. And they had separate colored cups for the guys. And at one point, like one of our friends, a female, walks away and like leaves her cup, and like the bouncer immediately was like, "You gotta give me that cup, man." But it worked out because if they just get the drinks and we pour them, it's fine. Guys, it works out. I'll tell you all the secrets, man.
I'd love to hear those secrets sometime.
Guys, what's the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you?
That's what we want to know. Oh, Steve, I thought you were gonna save us on that one.
I was like, nope, you're on your own.
Come on, give us now, Steve.
Yeah, what is the luckiest thing you've
that's
ever happened to you? That'd be great for us to read
question.
about it, and we can maybe talk about it on our nerd comment commentary where we talk about the Table Talks. But thank you guys for joining us so much on Table Talk. We love having you, and if you want to submit topics for this here sacred bowl, you can use the hashtag Table Talk on Twitter, or you can go to our subreddit on Reddit SourceFed. There's a sticky thing on the top there that tells you where to post things. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Elliott Morgan.
Can we talk about Fremont Street just a little bit? Because that's the
I didn't go there.
sketchiest.
Fremont
you want to
Street?
talk about? Because that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, Fremont.
Okay, so Vegas, you were saying that this place next to Circus Circus was sketchy, but I don't find anything on the Strip sketchy. You go to Fremont Street, that's where the sketchy shit is.
Fremont is like Riviera everywhere.
It's the old Vegas.
old,
It's like
yeah.
it's like the gangster, like kind of like that's the only history in Vegas basically is there in Fremont Street. But it's like with the Fremont Street
screen.
Experience, you've seen it. It's like a big giant. It kind of looks like this actually, but it plays
Yeah.
like movies on it up top.
I've never actually gone through there.
Yeah, it's real sketch, man. It's real
love it.
gross.
I've always seen it like in movies and stuff. I'm like, where the hell is it?
I know, right? Like
It's like downtown, basically.
It's-
like Vegas is.
Yeah.
But Vegas is being like brought back up.
Oh,
with,
really?
Like they're doing stuff in downtown. Like it's a bunch of shops, a bunch of like shows and
That's
stuff.
cool.
Trying to
Yeah,
make about
it's-
anything other than just gambling.
Well,
basically.
yeah, I feel like it's a dude from Zappos or something like that. I don't know, some like eccentric billionaire that's like, I'm going to revitalize the area single-handedly, and apparently he's been doing a good job.
I dig it because I
I've seen
love
it.
Vegas, man. I'd go just for the spectacle and the shows and like the cool. You just walk around. It's kind of
it's
hot,
great.
but it's like just fun. People watch.
Do you like watching drunk people? Or no?
Yeah, as long as I can keep a safe distance and I don't have to deal with it, like personally.
like animals at the zoo.
Yes,
Like you're in
exactly.
the
Like
bushes,
look at that guy. He's
like
puking
hunting
on it.
them.
Yeah.
It's like a safari for you.
As I watch the super drunk guy puke on the Siegfried and Roy statue.
Vegas is great. With Dr. Pepper.